This morning, my mom told me about a story she had read in a book. The story was about a little girl who joyfully ran up to her mom and said, "Mommy, I love my life. How many days am I going to live?" And the mother said, "Well, I don't know, but if you live until you're 70, and there's 365 days in a year, if you do that math, it's blah, blah, blah." So she lives on a wheat farm, so she got blah, blah, blah number seeds or grains of wheat and put them in a mason jar to display on their counter to show her daughter how many days, an estimate of how long she's going to live. So we did the same thing, except we did 365 times 70, but we added a 0.5 as a half. Really, we should have added a quarter because of a leap year, but our math is still pretty close. So we ended up with 25,585. So we're going to be doing the same thing, putting that many grains of rice into our mason jar or jars to demonstrate how long we have to live and how we should give our life away for Jesus. So we counted out, and we know that there are 2.5 grams in 100 grains of rice. So 100 equals 2.5 grams. And then we asked ourselves, how many grams of rice will equal 25,585? Yes, I got it right. So we multiplied by 2.5, and that equals 638, rounding. So we ended up having to go through 5 jars in this process, and we had to use 2. We used these 2, and now I'm just mixing these up to make it look more colorful. So it's just not blonde and boring. So the reason we're doing this is to keep it as a reminder that every day counts, because we only have about this many days left in our lives. So we need to make every day count. Jesus said, "Very truly I tell you, unless a kernel of wheat falls to the ground and dies, it remains only a single seed. But if it dies, it produces many seeds." John chapter 12, verse 24. I've lived about 3,619 days. You might live 80 years old. You might live 100 years old. But it's not even guaranteed that we live to the age of 3. No person knows how many days they have left. Every day is just a tiny piece of life. When you have a bad day, a bad week, or even a bad year, look at all of those other grains in the jars. That's how many other chances you have. What are ways you can give your day away today and serve in His kingdom? I wrote, worship the Lord by following His commands. Write a letter to my friend to say goodbye. And commit myself to God's word. I hope you can do the same. Bye.